Hacktivism was popularized by the media after cyber attacks by the hacker group Anonymous in 2010. The group Anonymous is known for attacks against several government institutions, agencies, corporations, and the Church of Scientology. They viciously go after their victims and crashing websites, servers, and hacking email accounts. A hacktivist's main goal is to bring issues to light through different avenues and tactical forms of hacking, and to achieve justice in a relatively peaceful manner. I've seen these events play out right in front of my screen, especially through the Black Lives Matter protests. Although there are many modes of protest, some very progressive and others incentivizing, the return of Anonymous brought to online communities after a full decade of inactivity was very exciting to witness. They posted on their Twitter with the hashtags #Anonymous, #Justice for George Floyd, #I Can't Breathe, and #Black Lives Matter on May 31st with a video underneath of a person in an anonymous mask, hoodie, and coded text in the background reflecting green in the dark. With a distorted
After
voice,
the events of the past few years, many people are now
that their
beginning to
group
learn that you are
exposed
not here to save
celebrities
us, but rather
and world
you are here
leaders
to
if there was
oppress
no
us and carry
justice
out.
for George Floyd's death. This video circled the media like wildfire and blew up on TikTok as people were reintroduced to Anonymous as if they were heroes and not some stereotypical hackers, unemployed, working from their mother's basement, and possibly just hacking to be petty. Main points: the legality of hacktivism, the history of hacktivism and Anonymous's involvement, and the prevalence and proliferation of hacktivism today. Supporting idea. Hacktivism is not bound by as many laws as it should be, since it directly relates to civil and uncivil disobedience, but the differentiation of the two are not defined enough for its growing popularity and scale, along with potential damage. Just like the lack of regulation surrounding gene therapy within our government, an emergent strategy within the medical field that also doesn't have enough regulation. A quote from the interview, "Hacktivism on the Rise in Wake of National Protest by the Marketplace," acknowledges the lack of current regulations the government has on hacktivism. They stated, "It's less understood that these types of hacktivist actions are classified as illegal under something called the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, which is currently one of the only and certainly the oldest piece of anti-hacking legislation in the US. Transition. One of the reasons these regulations are so important is because there's an increased interest in acquiring skills related to hacking and cybercrime due to the economic downturns caused by COVID-19, due to the lack of current laws enforcing hacking regulations, the infamous acts that boomed because of hacking due to our lack of in-person interactions, along with the immediate social seclusion modern populations can obtain with an increased accessibility to internet devices. Although hacking has always been moderately prevalent since the existence of devices, hacktivism was brought to the attention of millions by the hacker group Anonymous. Hacktivism 101, a brief history and timeline of notable incidents, noted that the seceding group was notorious for successfully breaking into a number of corporations and police servers, disabled government security sites, stole sensitive information such as credit card details, and defaced commercial websites. Transition. There is no way to just join the group, but thanks to Anonymous, there is an unprecedented interest in hacking. supporting idea. The interest exists and is prevalent, especially among younger generations like millennials and Gen Z, but there are dangers in the act, contributing to the spread of propaganda, scamming, blackmailing, increasing the divide of bipartisanship, a gap that continues to grow wider due to social media, and the lack of ways you can measure someone's malicious intent technologically. But humans involved with what they're given, whether an individual hijacks a bulldozer in the name of protest, another may leak the sex tapes of a government official. Conclusion. The internet connects us and influences society greatly. There is an unprecedented interest in hacking. Digital regulations should be made to protect data just as we protect our physical well-being, since we are so embedded in online cultures such as as much as our society.